Hello everybody again. What have I got for you this time? This is a Bluetooth light bulb speaker disco lamp thing. Found on eBay as usual. I think it was like $13 or $14. I bought it about a year ago, and it was one of those things I didn't actually buy it with the intention of taking it apart or doing anything with it. I actually bought it just thinking this seems like a cool little piece of kit to put in a kid's bedroom or have an instant disco somewhere. So he's got the standard sort of Edison screw, so I need to use a bayonet adapter to use in the UK. There's a speaker here which is soft and it floats on rubber, and the light comes out here, so let's plug it in. There we go. So when you switch it on, you hear this doo 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 doo. That's just internal electronics starting up, just telling you it's ready to be connected to. It comes with one of these. I'll just turn this off because it's a bit harsh. Yeah, it comes with one of these sort of standard common as muck remote controls, which you see on a lot of stuff coming from the Far East. Now you may think you can just buy these off eBay because you see them advertised by themselves. Turns out they're actually, even though you don't think they're paired to something, a lot of the time they are. So I found that this only works with this and all the other, like for example the LED rope lights I have, this remote control doesn't work with them, and vice versa, despite having the exact same buttons and layout. So I find that interesting. So anyway, I'll just take you through the sort of colour options available. So switch it on. There is a plain white, which is quite harsh. It's not cold white, it's not warm white. It doesn't really show up on the video very well. I would describe it as slightly dirty white, for want of a better word. It's it wouldn't be very pleasant to light your to light a room with. And you got the red, you got green, blue, and various other colours. So light blue, which isn't really light blue, purple, yellow, which is kind of a greeny yellow. You can change the brightness up and down. And of course you got, with all these disco light things, you got your flash mode, which flashes through. There is strobe, which doesn't really seem to be doing anything. Oh, it's just flashing a bit faster. No, there we go. Oh, the neighbours are up to something. I wonder what it is. Fade is, as you kind of expect, it's just fading from one colour to the next. And smooth. So like have that with smooth jazz. And a quick little interruption to answer a question that everyone's probably going to have, and that is, no, the lighting does not react to the sound, which is unfortunate. Yes, I did think that might be the case when I bought it, but no, the lighting circuit and the sound circuit are completely separate, and the lights in no way react to the music or sound being played for the speaker. Oh well, I think they missed a trick there. But back to the show. So anyway, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put it on red, because that's probably the most pleasant colour for the video. The sound, that's what you want to hear about, isn't it? So I'll bring in the phone and just take you through what happens. Switch on your Bluetooth, go into Bluetooth settings, it'll search for it and it'll hopefully find it. Speaker Best L1 is what this is called. Now there's no pairing process in terms of passwords or key phrases with this or pressing buttons. It's always available. So oh, that's the wrong one. Cancel. There, that's what we want. Connecting. Connected. So yeah, that's it. Literally, that's all you do to connect. The byproduct of that means this: if someone else has Bluetooth on their phone and decides they want to connect to the speaker, they can take over. There's no way of preventing someone connecting another Bluetooth device to this. So it's something to bear in mind if you're having a party and you don't want people to fight over the music. In terms of music quality, let's call up some music. Now this is the YouTube music that you get from the YouTube music library. It's license free, it's royalty free, and all, public domain. Basically I can't use real actual pop music because I'll get a content takedown on my channel. So circular. Now, of course, it's impossible for you to understand how this sounds in real life over a video. Like I said, you're recording through my microphone, which incidentally, I've got a new microphone, so I've always had sound problems on my channel, so hopefully this will sort things out, he says. But so yeah, like I say, this isn't, listening to this music for a video on YouTube isn't representative of what it sounds like to me. So this is called Redhead from Mars. Saturday Groove, which is some sort of funk, soul music. There you go. I would describe the sound quality as actually not bad for what I paid for this. Certainly not audiophile quality, but in terms of like the Bluetooth speakers, you get the little portable Bluetooth speakers that you see teenagers taking to parks and playing horrible music on. It's actually comparable. So yeah, I'd say no. It's mono, of course, because it's a single speaker, but it's better than you expect. I was very surprised. I was expecting it to be quite tinny and flat. Like I say, it doesn't have a huge amount of bass, but the fidelity is there. No, there's no crackling, there's no dullness. You can make out all the instruments. Like I said, it just doesn't have a lot of bass or depth to it. So if you're okay with that, now this would be quite handy for shops. No, like if you want some background music in your store or the likes, and also have the ability to change the color of the lights, this would actually be quite a useful thing to have. That's probably one of the places I would say would find something like this really useful, other than in a children's bedroom. So yeah, let's have a look inside it. Now, one of the things I'm curious about is, pardon me, the speaker. Now, I'm going to assume, how do I get this open? I'm going to assume that the speaker is, sorry, the lighting side of it is probably common or garden LED control chips, and there's a million and one videos about that sort of stuff online. Does this screw off? I don't want to break it. Okay. Screwdriver. Is that a flathead? Oh, there we go. Oh, hope I didn't break that. Oh, whatever, it was only €15, $15. Broke off a little bit of plastic, but it doesn't look too bad. I wonder if I can get this back on again. Yeah, that'll go back on. Yeah, you might need a bit of glue, but it'll be grand. What are they up to over there? If you can hear my neighbours. So what we got here? So we've got a right. I'm assuming that's a row of white LEDs, and those are the RGB LEDs on the inside. So you got your white and your RGB. That looks like the IR transceiver. Let's plug this in again just to confirm. My Fury. Turn that down so you can see if I put on the white. Ah, that's quite bright, isn't it? Let's see if I can dim that. Whoa, that's actually obnoxiously bright. It goes way. So there's about 4 levels of brightness, and there we see. Yeah. So when you press the W button, the white button, that brings on the outside set of. Sorry, just scraped the microphone there. That brings on the outside ring of bright white LEDs, which do look cold white. I think once they get diffused through the ring, this thing here, they become dirty white, so to speak. So I'll put that over to one side. And let's get inside this boy. Flathead, I need a Phillips. My eyes have I've got stars in my eyes from that because it was so bright. We're trying to focus on what I'm doing. What have we got in here? Yes, like I said, I'm not really interested in the lighting side of this, because I'm sure it's just off the shelf chips and components, and like there's plenty of other channels that look into that kind of thing. I'm interested in the speaker. What could we do with that? Assuming I can get access to it. So I've got an interesting sort of mounting here. Could you change it for a better speaker? because you can actually buy little, good quality little speakers from companies like CPC, who do some more sort of service-oriented electronics. So like the likes of RS, Radionics, and Farnell, they do like individual components, whereas CPC are more like the sort of people who'd repair televisions and hi-fis and all. They can buy speakers or switches or things like that. Okay, so what do we got? So I'm going to assume that's some kind of switch mode power supply. Should I take it out? Oh, that's nice. What are they up to? It's actually quite a nice touch for something so cheap, because generally you'd find all this stuff is usually soldered together for, because they don't want to put on a Molex connector. Let's just have a quick look at this, assuming I can get it out. Crying baby as well. Oh, it's not a switch mode power supply. I assumed it was. No, it's just a good old-fashioned primary and secondary winding supply. Not voltage, it doesn't really matter. Probably 12. Yep. There's like loads of videos on that sort of stuff if you want to see it. I'm more interested in this. So there's your circuit board there. Let's see if I can make out the chip numbers. Oh, so I'm just using the magnifying glass. Huh. Nope. It would appear that the code numbers on those two chips there have been, for whatever reason, damaged with by being scratched off. Sometimes that happens, you see it. I don't know why they do that, it's weird. Possibly because they're using hooky chips and they don't want the company that owns the rights to the chips to find out, as in fake chips. And so technically when you use a chip design, even if you're manufacturing it yourself or you're manufacturing a chip made by a licensed distributor, there should be licensing fees going back up to the company that designed the chip in the first place. If when people make the fake chips, they'll put the same numbers on the chips to make them look like perfect copies of the original, but the last thing you want to do is be found out to be using fake chips, because the original manufacturer will come after you saying, bad boy, bad boy. Okay, what an interesting... Oh. Let's see, does this come out? No, that is glued in. It's unfortunate. I wanted to take it out. But look at that. It's floating on a rubber gasket. That's actually quite a nice touch for such a cheap device. If you look at a pair of good quality hi-fi speakers, and you touch the woofer, or even the tweeter, but the woofer, and you just touch it gently, you'll notice it floats in and out because there's a rubber baffle around the edge. And that basically exists to stop any vibrations coming through into the sound, so the speakers are isolated from vibrations around. And generally cheap stuff doesn't have that. Like if you were to open up your cheap Bluetooth speakers or any sort of cheap device that has a speaker, you'd find that the speaker is usually fixed into the actual chassis of the device with no float. The only float would be on the cone in the speaker, and that to absorb any vibration. But the idea of the whole speaker unit itself, the whole cone being on a floating mechanism, is usually reserved for better quality stuff. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. Like the sound is loud. It's detailed. Okay, it lacks body and like bass and body, but I can live with that. All in all, like I don't know. Like, one of the reasons I wanted to have a look at this to see if I could actually replace this speaker, and I don't think there's an easy way I could. It seems to be glued in or welded in with some kind of epoxy. Pardon me. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I suppose you could take this mechanism apart and build it into something else though. Assuming all it needs is a 12-volt supply, This here piece here could actually be used for some sort of project because it's self-contained. All you need is the supply that's coming out of there, and you could build that into a toy. You could build it into all sorts of things. So yeah, not bad at all. I'm actually quite pleased with this. It's nice. I'll put it back together again and put it back in the kids' room. Yeah, I like this.